Welcome to Mr. UFC Vegas Fight Club TV. I am Kyle, your host. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the prediction show for Fight Night 137, Anders vs. Santos. We're going to be talking a little bit about what happened at UFC 225 and our best bet play there, as well as the big news that I'm excited to share with everyone here at the community. But before I do not forget to subscribe, like, head kick the bell icon, get involved with Fight Club TV. It's a growing UFC and gambling channel all in one spot. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Mr. UFC Vegas. I finally opened up a Twitter account there, so we can also have conversations there as well. So there you have it, guys. Subscribe and follow and get involved with Fight Club TV. So now what we're going to be talking about very quickly is the recap of our best bet play that we had at UFC 228 was between Tyron Woodley and Darren Till. Very quickly going over this, it was the narrative before this fight was Till was going to dominate. Till was going to knock him out. Till was going to be too big. His left hand was going to be too much. All these narratives were pretty much going into this fight, as well as his weight situation. And really, for me, I felt like I was on an island by myself when it came to this pick. I picked Woodley. He was up plus 120. He got it even up to plus 125. There was, relatively where you're shopping that. And his odds were, I thought, tremendous going into this fight. An ex-champion against a guy that's a little bit unproven within the UFC. Now, Till, he's got he had the backing of the UFC, and those hype videos and those videos of him, talking about Liverpool and talking about, where he came from and his tough upbringing and all of these things, and, how he beat Cerrone. He destroyed Cerrone, and then he came in and beat Wonderboy in a very, very close decision. But, he kind of had that hype train behind him. And then people really forgot, and I kept saying this, even our prediction show, people forget how good Tyron Woodley really is. I mean, he is as well-rounded as it comes. He's got power. He's quick. His athleticism is off the charts. Overall, just a great package. Although he's older, and people were knocking the fact that, yes, he's 36. But he has not seen anywhere near the wear and tear of any other 36-year-old champion or any other 36-year-old in the UFC, even close. I mean, his last 4 to 5 fights were very one-sided, or against Wonderboy. There wasn't much damage going around on either one of those fights. Even in the Maya fight, he didn't take much damage. Now again in this fight, didn't take much damage. He put away Till very easily. Till landed one shot. So you've got that. Even against Lawler, he put away Lawler very early. So he's not really getting any of that wear and tear that many of these other fighters are seeing. And that's a lot that I liked about him. But the cage experience to me was the biggest difference in this fight to me. And again, we talked about it on Prediction Show, because you take a look at it, and of course Till beat Cerrone, but Cerrone said he didn't even know who Till was, didn't really look at any footage on Till, which is a little bit crazy, and that's kind of how Cerrone is, kind of off the cuff kind of guy when it comes to really training and really trying to strategize for a fight. And then in the Wonderboy fight, which was a very, very, very close fight, some people think Wonderboy won, although Till was our best bet play in that fight. And again, plus money on him was fantastic. Great value on him. That's why I had a little bit of a soft spot for Darren Till in this fight. But you got to look at the facts here. And the facts really were the 4 fights prior to those fights against Cerrone and Woodley. The guys, after Till beat them, those 4 guys were 2-5 combined record. So he has not fought the killers that Woodley has fought. So in this fight here, quickly to recap it, the first round, it was kind of a feeling out process. Woodley had him up against the cage. There was some really great opportunities for him to land some nice shots in there. And just how gun-shy Till looked. The moment looked too big for him, and I think he wasn't prepared on how quick Woodley was. And Woodley people kept thinking where Woodley likes to back up against the cage, that's where Till would really pressure him and he'd be in trouble. But that's what Woodley likes. And if you take a look at many of his past fights, that's what he does basically every fight. He corners himself and then explodes forward. And even in that second round where he knocked down Till, which basically pretty much ended the fight once Woodley got on top of him, he was up in the corner again. And there, you waited for it, and Till went in, and Till decided to really pressure and throw a hard left hand. And, it was just landed perfectly, and how quick. They literally said that they were preparing for him as soon as he cocked back, because he loads up a little bit on that left hand. Woodley's going to be quicker to the draw, and he landed a hard shot to the chin and ends up ground and pounding him to death and then gets the chokeout victory. So we get that victory on Tyron Woodley. That now brings our best bet play to 23 wins, 10 losses, plus 21.13 units for the year. So still doing terrific here, having a nice run of some nice wins on our best bet play. So excited to keep moving that forward. So now we will get into the big news. Now, first, before I get into the big news, this, with all you guys, we've done this for 6 months. I get to know a lot of you guys from the that are subscribers of this channel. You guys are from all around the world. I mean, there's people from the UK, there's people from Sweden, there's people from Vegas, there's people from Montana, there's people from Minnesota, there's people from all over the States and all over the world. And it's been awesome to talk to a lot of you guys that really have a passion for the UFC, as well as just a passion for the handicapping and the research part of it, and going back and forth, going forth with information, because that's what this channel is about. It's about the best bet play. Yes, it's about handicapping. Yes, it's about me putting on the show here and entertain you guys, as well as giving you information and some great picks. But it's also us having conversations below about other plays or things I don't see or things that you guys see. So there's always going to be that great part about this community, and that's what I love about it, because we have really grown in such a great way where it isn't, there's no trolls, there's no, people know how this works here. And, everyone, you can't win every time, but we're trying to win more than we lose. And right now we are at 70%, and no best bet has been over a minus 190. So we're showing great value here, and you don't have to place a ton of money. We're looking for those great value plays that we have guys that we know can get the victory. So with that said, this has been a passion of mine, and I have loved it, and I have continually wanted to make this a career of mine. Now, there's only one way to do that, and I always had conversations with many other YouTubers. Many other YouTubers approached me and said, hey, you want to partner up? You want to maybe do a podcast? You want to maybe, do some kind of joint live stream? Or, and it's awesome, and I appreciate all those conversations and everything. It's been terrific, but I've always looked for the next level. And I want to look for something that's really going to start making this a career for me, and just making it another way that I can start providing content and hopefully down the road do something like this full time. And that's going to be the way that I really want to position this channel. And that's why I try to take it as seriously as possible. And it's our money we're betting, but as well as putting together all the information that I put together. I want to make it as professional as possible. So in that, I had multiple conversations with other, some websites, and at this point, I have agreed to partner up with Wager Talk. Now, they have had great conversations with them, with the owners, with the handicappers. They have a phenomenal platform there. They've just acquired 2 other sports betting handicapping sites. They just continue to grow. They're on YouTube. They've got a great show there. And the biggest thing to me, which made me so excited to be a part of this family of Wager Talk, is the elite handicappers on that site. They are phenomenal. I mean, you could take a look from all the sports that they cover, from college football, college basketball, pro football, baseball. I mean, their track records all speak for themselves. I mean, it's really phenomenal how amazing these guys are doing, and I have taken a look at their picks, and they're nailing them, and they have just done a phenomenal job. And this isn't a site we're saying, we're charging, some obscene amount of money. It's really, again, it's a great organization, but for me, I'm not looking to, charge a high amount of money either. For me, again, this is a career path for me and a way for just starting to really immerse myself within the UFC and within sports handicapping as a whole. So what we're going to be doing from now on is the best bet play will be on Wager Talk for purchase. Each event, I will have a best bet play there. It will be roughly, $20, $25, and it'll give you 1 to 2 plays. It will always include my best bet play. But just before we really get into doing all that and giving those prices and everything, I had conversations with some of the guys over at Wager Talk that we're going to do a discount for this event. And we may do more discounts. We're just kind of seeing how it's going and seeing how the growth is going to be happening. So for Fight Night 137, for my best bet play, it's a $5 charge. Just a simple $5 charge. And you go on, I will have the the link in my description on this video down below. You click on it, it brings you to my page on Wager Talk on their site. And also every event I will have posted a free play. Now, it's not my best bet play, but it's going to be a free play that I give a quick rundown, give some analysis, and it's a play that maybe I'm putting half a unit. I'm putting smaller amount of money on compared to the ones that I'm going to be talking about more on the purchase side. So again, I'm sure a lot of people aren't that excited about that part of it, but it's a part of really where I want to go with this. I hope you guys, I'm so grateful for everybody on this channel and their support and their positive feedback has been phenomenal, and that's what I love about this channel. So also, this channel is not going away. If anything, we're gonna be shooting out more content, and it's not gonna be the prediction show as you guys remember it, and having our best bet play. We're gonna talk about a side play. And as well as we're still going to be doing the Let's Chat video. We're still going to be doing early betting strategy that we talked about, that we already have posted now about McGregor and Khabib. We're going to be having multiple and probably more of those types of videos, more about line movement, more about things that are happening on the betting side of the UFC. So it's going to be more about that. It's still sticking to the gambling and handicapping side. The best bet play will be sold on Wager Talk, so please take a look at it. Any support you guys can give. And again, it's just putting myself out there and saying, to be accepted, and I'm honored to be accepted within this Wager Talk family, because there are guys with decades and decades and decades of experience that really, their track records, again, speak for themselves. You can take a look at all those guys, look at their plays, look at what they've done, the track record. I'm sure you will be impressed. So, I hope all you guys, continually stick with me. Like I said, we are not going anywhere. This channel is not going anywhere. If anything, we're going to be growing more because of their platform. Like I'm saying, it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity for me, and I am excited to be a part of that family. And again, this is my passion. I hope you guys continually come with me on this journey. And there you have it. I'm part of the Wager Talk team. So check it out. Check out, again, link down below in the description. Take a look and feel free to make the purchase, as well as, again, the best bet will be on there for $5. And we will have a free play that is posted every event on there as well. So if you want to just take the free play, that's there at no charge. Again, that's more of my half a unit play, and then where my 2 and 3 unit plays and my higher volume plays are going to be the ones for purchase. But we will be consistently talking more and more about that as time comes. So now we will get into the free play that I have here, and I have it posted on Wager Talk on their site again. So like I said, you can just check out the quick write-up. I'm not sure how we're going to really approach this moving forward, but here we're going to be talking about our free play. So quickly go over our free play. It's between Renan Barão and Andre Ewell, and this fight here, to me, I love the odds. I mean, I'm not going to get crazy about what's going on here, but I love the odds. Andre, you got Barão at -130. You got Ewell at +125. I think that this, to me, when I first heard this fight was happening, I thought the odds would be pretty high up. I mean, I thought it'd be maybe -270 for Barão, and I quickly going over again why I like him is the fact that you got an bantamweight champion who's 34-4, who has a ton of experience within the cage, and a lot of people are down on Barão because of his last 5 fights. He's 1-4, and people really are knocking that. But if you take a look at the guys that Barão lost to, take a look. he lost to TJ Dillashaw, who's the current champion. He lost to Jeremy Stephens, who has been just surging within that division. And then you got Aljamain Sterling, who also has been really continually moving up the ranks and showing how he is a raw talent. So he lost against 3 very well-rounded, very top-level kind of guys. So you can't take that away from him. But you take a look at Ewell. Now, Ewell is 12-4. But he is very active. He has been extremely active in the lower organizations within MMA. And now he has fought 7 times last year, which is an extraordinary amount of fights. And he's already fought 3 times this year. So he is just ripping through fights. He is 3-0 this year, but again, on lower level competition. So for me here, if you take a look at it, I think that when Barao gets in the cage with him, the experience level is going to be difficult, but I think the pressure, the leg kicks, I think the cage movement, I think the overall ability of Barao and his experience is going to be way too much for a guy like Ewell. I think Ewell definitely has ability. I think he definitely has some opportunity, but this just seems like such a huge step up for him. And I also believe that Barao has fought killers for a while. I mean, he has really been fighting top-level guys, and I think this is one to really get him back on track. It's a step down for Barao, but it's a huge step up for Ewell, and I think that with the odds only at minus 130, I think it's terrific odds to place a bet. So I'm looking to put probably a unit to a half a unit on this fight, but I believe that Barao gets the job done. I think that, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to put him away, but I think he can easily outpoint Ewell in a 3-round fight. And the only way that Ewell wins is by some lucky punch. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Barao is definitely a tough fighter who can get in there, be tough, scrap, and get himself to a decision victory. So I am going to bet Barao to get that victory. That is the free play on Wager Talk. Check it out. I have the link down below for the best bet play. So I hope you guys, let me know your guys' thoughts and everything. I really appreciate it. Again, all the support has been phenomenal. The feedback has been phenomenal. And again, we are not going away. This channel, we are going to continually shoot out content. You know, we're still going to be doing our bet review. And I'd like to do, which we're kind of, again, piecing some of this together. I'd like to do, you know, my best bet you have to purchase, but I may still do my bet review and talk about the best bet that I had that was for purchase. So we're going to see how all of that works out. I really want to just, again, hope that you all stick with me, join my journey, get involved with Fight Club TV, get involved to Wager Talk, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and that's the show, friends. So we will talk soon. This is Mr. UFC Vegas, Fight Club TV.